morning, super sparkly gems of all types. Last week, I asked you to think of some creative uses for some common items that you could probably find in your house. Here is a list of your creative ideas. Thank you very much if you responded to me. For toilet paper tubes, you could use them to start your campfire. You could build a leprechaun house with them. I bet many of you have done that. You could use them for an art project. You could draw on them as paper. You could make a kaleidoscope. You could sculpt with them. You could use them for a flower vase, for only fake flowers, of course, because a toilet paper tube can't hold water. You could use the toilet paper tube as a toothbrush holder, which is kind of combining two of the items, the TP tube and the toothbrush. You could use half of a toilet paper tube for a bridge or a tunnel for little bitty people, or maybe pretend people like leprechauns. For toothpick, here's what you came up with. You could stack fruit on a toothpick. You could make small make-believe buildings. You could check your brownies or baked goods to see if they're ready. You could build a square out of toothpicks as part of a catapult. I think that was steam inspired. You could put marker or paint on the toothpick and then draw with it as a writing utensil. You could make a flag with paper taped onto the toothpick, make a little flag, and maybe put that on that little bridge that you made with your toilet paper tube. For toothbrush, people thought of cleaning the shower, and then obviously you wouldn't use it to brush your teeth after that. And I actually do that with my old toothbrushes, clean the shower tiles. You could make a violin bow cleaner, which I thought was really creative. You could clean delicate things, someone else said, so like a ring or a little like jewelry parts or things like that. You could clean nooks and crannies. So again, toothbrushes make really good cleaning tools. You could use toothbrushes for art, like maybe as a paintbrush, or I've seen splattering a toothbrush with paint before to make like a splattering design. You could use it as a fly trap by putting something in the bristles that a fly might like. You could use it as a hairbrush for a little tiny doll or a small toy, which I thought was a really cute idea. For tongs, people thought of picking up trash, picking up toys, picking up books, using it as an instrument, which I imagine someone going, which I thought was pretty cool. Someone thought of picking up a dead skunk tail or using it as part of a marble maze. You could pick up sticks with the tongs. You could gently lift a spider outside to safety. Or you could use it to hang a paper, like write a note on a paper and then clamp the tongs shut and hang a note somewhere where somebody definitely wouldn't miss it. That's a pretty creative idea. And lastly, we have ideas for using a pencil in a different way besides writing. People thought of using it as a catapult part, a drumstick to hold your hair in place, like if you have really long hair and you wrap it into a bun or tie it in a knot, you can stick your pencil through it to hold it in place. Someone else thought of pickup sticks and using it as part of a magic trick, and I wondered, I wonder what that magic trick would be. Maybe that person will tell me. And then there was one person who gave me a very creatively complicated list that I wanted to just read to you because it's very elaborate and really cool. So for toilet paper tube, you could attach a balloon to one end of the tube and then try to blow the balloon up through the other end of the toilet paper tube. With a toothpick, you could make a paint brush by gluing on a small ball of cotton and dipping it in the paint. With a toothbrush, you could tape the toothbrush to the wall and then put toothpaste on it and try to brush your teeth with the toothbrush taped to the wall, which I thought would be pretty fun to watch. With tongs, you could, okay, get ready for this. Put a string from one end of the kitchen to the other. Then get the tongs and grab some salad with it, clamp them shut, and then send the tongs down the string to the table and serve your salad that way. Or try to grab the salad with your mouth as the tongs are passing you. Can you imagine that? This is getting way too creative. Pencil. Something you could do with a pencil is cut a slit between the eraser and then put a rubber band through the slit and pull it back and then fire it. So kind of like a slingshot. So wow, you guys, thank you for sharing your creativity. I hope this got you thinking of different ways to use normal things. And finally, one student got really crafty with some random bits and pieces and made some very cool and creative art. For your creativity activity today, I have 2 challenges. The first one has to do with Lego. That's right, I said Lego, not Legos. Because according to the show Lego Masters, the plural form of Lego is still Lego. It drives me crazy. But I guess I better follow the Lego Masters rule. So, I would like you to create something with Lego that does not use instructions. You're not following instructions from a set. You are making your own unique creative creation. On the show, they call this thinking outside the brick instead of thinking outside the box. And if you use a part that seems like it should be used for a certain thing and you think of a different way to use that part, they call it NPU, nice parts usage. Please send me a picture by Friday and I will share it with everybody next week in my video. If you don't have Lego at your house, maybe you can use some other type of building material and send me a picture of that. Your second challenge is to create an artistic design from natural items. So I want you to go outside and collect things like sticks and rocks and leaves and flowers and arrange them in an artistic way and send me a picture of your nature art project. I will also share that picture next week if you send it to me by this Friday. Please make sure that the picture of your Lego creation is separate from the nature picture. So I'll show all the Lego pictures at once and then all the nature pictures after that. So 2 separate pictures. Lego creation, nature creation. Have fun being super creative and I can't wait to see what you come up with.